you can't even let your friend know what's going on with you because the person is the weapon fashioned against you. Like, how? Like, how do I call you my friend and you're literally going around spreading rumors about me, destroying my name? Like, I can't have peace because you're in my life.
Yeah.
So I also feel that people can be bad friends to others, but may be good friends to other people as well.
Yeah,
Because if you look at bad people, they do have friends, and you wonder why people are friends with them. Because this person from head to toe is.
Devil's in
Why could you have people that have sworn their lives to be friends with you? Like, why? Like, why? And this person, like, those friends are willing to die for them, and I'm like, how?
Hi guys, you are welcome to yet another interesting episode of Freedom of Speech podcast. If you are joining us for the first time, you are absolutely welcome. Here is a safe space where we discuss everything and anything. We drop new episode every Thursday. We dropped a new episode last Thursday. Please do well to watch, like, share, and drop a comment if you have any question or any contribution. We no get pride for you. We the answer per se. And to our returning subscribers, you know you are the real MVP. You have a special place in our hearts. We love you. With me in the studio today is a man of loads of portfolio. He's not a man of few words, so he's a man of many words. So I welcome Jerry.
Thank you for that introduction. You know, easy, but yeah, well done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be expecting you for a long time, right?
It's good to be here anyways.
The longest.
Thank you.
And you're finally here.
I'm here now.
And I'm happy.
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, we have another beautiful guest. She has been here before and she's here again. Yes. A woman of many words. You will be maximally entertained in this particular episode. We have Daniella in the building.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be back.
Yeah. It's nice to see you again.
I'm really excited for this episode, by the way.
Hope you have a lot of things for us today.
Just said, I have notes.
I can't wait. Yes, we have, will I say fed out an answer? Is anything like that? Yes, we have Raphael here with us today. Raphael, how are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me, Joel. It's good to be here. Yeah. We'll see how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, Freedom of Speech is delighted to have you here.
Yes, delighted.
Yes, we're all delighted to have him. Yeah, our topic today, we'll just go straight into the business of today. Our topic today is friendship in adulthood. Yes, you know, as kids, it was actually very easy for us to make friends, but we go out to make friends like very easy. You just see somebody, you start talking and everything. The next thing, oh, this person is my friend. But now that we are adults, that we've grown and we know the true meaning of friendship, is getting more difficult by the day. Yes. So the reason why we are here today is to talk about those reasons why it's now more difficult to make friends, to keep friends. Yes. To keep up with the ones we've already made and making new ones. For me, it's not easy for me. So I'm going to be learning today too. So Daniella, how have your friendship changed since you became an adult?
So the funny thing is that when I was a child, I didn't really have friends because I had to like move a lot to like spend 2 years in a place. So basically, there was a whole, after every 2 years, I had to like change friends technically. So I started really having friends in uni. That's where I had like my standard friends, like my real G's from uni. And I think it has been amazing because it's just been like good vibes, sincerely. And I think that everybody has just been putting that constant effort to be there for each other. And it's more like we are growing together. So that way, we are also in the same kind of line of work. So there's a lot of things to talk about. There are reasons why we still kind of keep in touch because like we have too many similarities. So I think it's been really good so far for me. I really hope it gets better. Yeah, it's been a really good journey for me actually, my adulthood friendship.
Okay. Raphael, has it been easy for you too?
Definitely not. So like I'm the kind of person that I'm a solitary person more or less. So basically in uni it'll be easy because you have everyone's around you.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So even if you're on by yourself, somebody will come to meet you like, extroverts are everywhere. Like those people, they're dangerous. So they come meet you and your friends, and you see them every day. So it's easy to keep up. You're not trying too much. But then after uni, you're working. Where do you go to meet people?
Yeah.
So you have to go out of your way to actually make friends and stuff like that. That's just how it is.
Okay. So Jerry, I think it'd be easy for you also.
To be very honest, it has not been easy for me, I won't lie. Because looking at my background, where I came from, it was quite difficult because keeping them was quite difficult because looking at the nature of my dad's job at the time, we had to move from place to place every 4 years, 3 years, like that. So it was quite difficult because, moving to one place and then you make these friends, you keep them for the period of time that you're going to be around that space. And then you are moved again, transferred to somewhere else. You have to build up again on that friendship. So it was quite difficult keeping, friends like that because if I remember, I think we've moved to like 10 places.
Wow.
So it's quite, no, to be very honest, it's quite difficult. It's, you go to school in some areas and then you make friends and then you move again to another area. You want to, it's it was really, really difficult for us. But making friends when we were quite little was, quite, it was easy. It could be anything. You could just run around there and there's a friend.
Yes.
But for me at that time, it was also difficult because I was staying with my auntie at the time, and the only time I had access to my friends then was when I go to school, primary school. So because when we come back from school, we had to be locked up in the house.
Wow.
Exactly. So we had in Warri then, Delta State. So our compound, we had kids. We'll stand at the window looking at them playing and like, okay, all right. So this is what we're supposed to be doing outside, but we can't do it because we are inside of the house locked up. So friendship for me at that time was quite difficult, only when I get to school. So whenever I'm in school, I want to make use of the whole time, to be with them, play with them, have conversations, do whatever thing that I know I can do at that time, because I know when I get home, I won't have that time again. So for me, it was difficult.
That's very interesting. What's the hardest part in keeping friendship in adulthood? Like the hardest part of keeping friendship, like somebody you just met?
Oh man, finding common ground and communication. Oh my goodness. Like it's very hard to like find something that, both of you are interested in already.
Yes.
And then the communication part, you're like, okay, I've met this person, they gave me their number. What do I even say? What's the next step?
How do you start the
How
conversation?
do you start it, right? How do you start it from there,
Well, I think for me, it's more about like timing, because adulthood, everybody's trying to hustle to do their own thing, like
hustling, Jesus.
Like, so there's this meme where like when you and your friends have finally planned to meet after 20 years of waiting, do you get like there's been like this cancellation of this come. So I think that's one of the hardest things, making time and being with them, especially now that everybody's like moving to different places. So it's like, oh, we're all in the same place now, but tomorrow someone gets a job in US or something, like they're migrating. So that way, the migration alone makes you lose friends. So I think time and but I would say location as well.
Location as
Yeah,
well.
because
of course we have we can still talk to our friends, call them.
But the thing is that it's not that, like, if you notice, the people that are closer to you, like location wise, are going to be your closer set of friends, as opposed to the ones that are far. Because those ones you actually just chat and but if you have like serious something now, it's most likely the person that you can go to the person's house that you most likely be with. Do you get?
Okay.
So location actually does affect. Like once you guys move, it may not really destroy the friendship, but the communication will be a bit breach. Except you guys are a bit more intentional to like. It's more like an intentional effort that okay, I do want this friendship to work. So you probably have like a schedule or calling every single time. But if it's just like normal vibes, it's to die natural death. Yeah.
I think for me, the hardest part is trust. Because I feel I can talk to anybody, meet anyone. Anyone can come to me and say, I want to be friends with you. But the hardest part for me is trusting that person, because I know friendship has to be like a mutual connection with two persons, you understand, or more people. So if I can't trust you to be my friend, I feel like that's going to be very, very hard for me, because I feel even at my place of work, I talk to everybody, I make friends with everybody, but do I really trust them to make
friends.
them my.
I mean, everybody
my
could be an
closest
acquaintance,
friend, you
not
understand?
friends.
So
Yeah.
for me, I feel trust because, like you just made mention, when they are quite far away from you, the ones around you are going to be like your closest person. But I've got a friend of mine, David is his name. Sorry, I mentioned his name now, but David is
Hi,
his,
David.
he's my best friend. Funny enough, when I was 7 then in Nigeria, we weren't talking that much.
Okay.
We weren't talking that much, but if I call David anytime, like, trust me, even if it's 1 year after, and I say, guy, I'm stranded or I need something, or what's your advice? He's always there.
He's always there.
So
Yes.
I call him my best friend. When I was growing up, I never thought I was going to have a best friend. And funny enough, our friendship is like, how many years now? 13 years or thereabout. Because I met him when I moved to Lagos.
Yeah.
I met him when I moved to Lagos, and we became friends because he was working on the island and then I was on the mainland. It was quite easy for us. So I remember going to school, I wasn't calling him, we wouldn't talk, even chat, we wouldn't chat. And then after service, I just called my guy, Alpha, I don't choose service, so I won't come down to Lagos. He was like, brother, come on. And then he helped me in his house. And I stayed with him for like 2 years. And since then, I was like, man, this guy is my GP, this is my best friend. And funny enough, I got married like this Saturday. The next Saturday, he got married.
Oh, wow.
As I talked to you that I have my own daughter, he's got his own daughter.
Wow.
That's why I said-
That's together.
that's why I said trust is the first thing. Because I know I can trust him, regardless of whatever thing that's going to be happening around or whatever. I understand that we all hustle and we understand that. That's the mutual understanding, right? So even when I know I'm not talking to you at that moment, you understand that
I'm busy.
you
That's
understand.
not like you've forgotten about me.
get-
I don't want to hear that one. Oh, you forgot about me. I thought that you not text me.
That's
That's the funny part. You hear them that, Jerry, you charged me today. You've abandoned me. And I'm like, what about you?
How
Have
many
you
people
abandoned me?
remembered you now? Why you accusing me? It's a different situation if you reach out to me and then you're calling
You
me
still
out for
reach out?
abandoning you. But how do I reach out to you and you're telling me that you finally remembered me? I'm like,
You swear for them now. That's what you do. You swear for them.
So for me, I feel it's trust. If I trust you, I know that regardless of what's going to happen, we will still, kickstart or start up from wherever we've stopped and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
trust.
You're okay. You know this thing that is going around. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, bad friends, bad friends." Can we actually be the bad friends? Who are these bad friends? Everybody's talking. Who are these bad friends?
Bad friends
Yes.
What do you consider as a friend that is misleading you? Like,
that's a bad friend, right?
not misleading, or the person is intentionally trying to destroy you. Like, or
that's
like they're
what's
two different levels.
intentionally.
There's
there's African
bad friend and
parents,
then
bad
there's
friend, and there's actual bad friends. Like bad friends that African parents say would be.
Oh, that's why
you know,
you're becoming a bad
you're
girl.
becoming
You've
a
gotten
bad-
a piercing and
they
tattoo because you have
carried
this
to
set
club,
of friends.
stuff like
okay.
that. So it's a different thing. You know, if they have good intentions, they're like, oh, let's go and party. It might be morally incorrect for your parents, but
But they're not
to
bad
them,
friends, yeah.
it's just like something normal, Whereas when someone is a bad friend and they're rats, they are literally planning your
Yeah,
planning
they're
your doom.
literally just trying to
Yeah,
destroy you.
just trying to
And I
destroy
think that's
you.
really terrible because,
Yeah.
It
like,
is.
I've heard stories of people. Luckily, I haven't encountered that, but I've heard stories that you're literally you can't even let your friend know what's going on with you because the person is the weapon fashioned against you. Like, how? Like, how do I call you my friend and you're literally going around spreading rumors about me, destroying my name? Like, I can't have peace because you're in my life.
But is it possible for that person to be a bad friend to you and be a good friend to another
I feel
person?
it's possible.
It is.
I also feel that people, like in code, they said nobody's actually bad. Do you know why? Because like, look at in a drug log now, like in a drug cartel or whatever, we look at them as bad, like they're living like a bad lifestyle. But to them, they're not.
Yeah.
And in themselves, they're like good to each other.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, sometimes they do kill other people, but they won't kill their own. Do you get what I mean? So the
Yeah.
fact that they're bad to other people doesn't make them bad in their
to
own,
their own
do you get?
circle, yeah.
So I also feel that people can be bad friends to others, but maybe good friends to other people as well. I don't know. I don't know how it works. but it
So
does
what
work.
you're trying to say now is there's a friend for everybody.
Yes,
exactly. I
Because
think
if
that's
you look
the
at
word.
bad people, they do have friends, and you wonder why people are friends with them. Because this person from head to toe is.
Devil's incarnate.
Why could you have people that have sworn their lives to be friends with you? Like why? Like why? And this person, like those friends are willing to die for them, and I'm like. How? So yes, I believe that they're friends for everyone, and that's why that's why people it's advisable that you don't change for anybody because no matter how bad you think you are, someone actually love you that way, So,
Yes.
I mean, you should be better for yourself, but don't change because, you want this person to accept you.
Oh, okay. That means everybody, they are friends. People are saying now that they are friends for everybody.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay,
For those
so
people
they
are
are
just
not
horrible.
If I'm a
bad.
thief and someone comes in here and
Our teams have
says,
friends now.
yes, guy, we are friends.
You're
Bodies.
still- you're
But
still
they,
friends.
but they still go ahead and betray themselves. They do.
But they're still friends now, but they understand
So were they
themselves.
really
They look
friends?
friends. Don't they betray themselves?
Well, it happens though.
It happened.
Did not betray Jesus after everything that Jesus did
True.
for.
True.
So,
Yeah.
But if you look at, like, even those thieves that betray themselves, they, at the end of the day, they sometimes come back together and reconcile. I don't know why, but like in movies, it always happens as well. But again, movies are actually a fiction of reality as well. So you guys,
Yeah. Still talking about the bad friends now. So there are people that are blunt. You understand? People still regard them as bad friends. Like they value their space. They want to be your friend, yes, but they are not ready to compromise for you. So those people, will you still consider them as bad friends too? Because they are going to tell you, I want my space. We are friends, yes, but I want my space. I'll always put me first.
to be very fair, if I may say, I think friendship still has to do with you setting boundaries with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
As friends, if
It's
I'm
just-
your friend,
yeah.
I have to set boundaries with you because what's the word? I don't want to be too familiarized with everything you do because that's when disrespect begins to come in.
finish.
See finish
See
is the word I was
finish.
looking for.
But is that still friendship though?
It is friendship.
I feel like it is. It's just that they are just blunt. They are just more sincere.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we as individuals, we do have like some set of boundaries. Just that sometimes we don't communicate it clearly, or we kind of like use corners to let this person know, oh, me, I don't like going out in the night too, or something like that. But like a blunt person will be like, guy, after 8 o'clock, don't call me again. Do you get? But also be like, I'm sleeping.
What if you are in trouble? You need that person's help.
So I think it's more like just understanding that they are not that deep in, like, your friendship is not, you're not going to call that person your best friend. You're just going to call the person your friend. And I also feel that sometimes these people that are blunt, they're actually really caring. I feel that the reason why they're that blunt is because they don't want anything to happen to their hearts. They're very protective of themselves. But if it's time for them to be there for you, most times they're actually there, except the person is actually 100% selfish. But most times they are the ones that will come true. Like they'll do everything to make sure you're fine. But if you're not in trouble, then don't disturb me. Do you get what I mean? I feel like those how those people are.
It's also good for you to have, of course, we have friends, millions of friends and thousands of friends, people. And it's also good to understand your kind of friends that you've got. Because if I'm going to be in trouble, I should know the person to call that's going to help me out from that problem. I can't be in a problem and then a friend of mine who's telling me I can't leave my house 8 p.m. at night to go anywhere for anybody. I'm calling that person because if I end up calling that person and the person does not turn up for me,
You'll be offended.
I'm going to be offended, and that's also going to make me feel a
Person
little
doesn't
bit
care
bad,
about
and then
you.
see the person as a bad friend that we are using. I don't know if you understand. So it's best that if you have friends, understand the kind of friends and know who's going to turn up for you when you need the
When you
person
need
at
them,
this
yeah.
point in time, or when you want something from this person. The person is having good. I have my best friend, to be very honest. I can't call my best friend. I tell my best friend, oh, please, I need money. Send me money. Send money to my parents or send money to so and so person, because I know the person. I know my best friend will not do it. So instead of me pushing for it and then getting offended, the best thing is I leave that part and then look for somebody who I know that, okay, if I call this person and say, I beg you, a friend of mine needs money, please send money to this person, I'll pay you back. The person will turn up for me.
Yeah.
So if I go to that my friend and who I know that is not going to do it,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
feel
That's
offended.
just- yeah, that's
do you
just
understand? So
different.
know your friends and know
The limits, the boundaries
Yeah,
they have.
the boundaries that you
It's
go
still
with them, you
boundaries,
understand?
It's still boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Like,
boundaries.
two of us cannot be broke, and I know that you are broke, and I'll still come and be like, oh, I need money.
Like, you'll be angry that the person is not giving
exactly.
you money. Like, do you even think about me
You're
when you're
supposed to
asking?
know.
Like, you know that my financial
supposed to
situation.
know.
Why are you making me feel bad?
Jerry, from what you said, you said the person cannot, Daniela, you to you that the person might not be your best friend. You might have other friends. Then from the illustration you gave, we should have a lot of friends. You have a lot of friends. I don't know how you do that. Kudos to
no.
you.
kudos to you, honestly.
Kudos to you. You have a best friend and other friends. And all. Kudos to you. But life has gotten busier as adults. So how do you keep up with these friends? Like checking on them, keeping tabs on them. On your loads of friends.
Let me give you a story. I, for one, I find it very difficult to call
Okay.
I don't know if it's a syndrome. Maybe you guys will help me out with that.
I feel you on that.
I find it really, really hard
So
to
Mr.
call.
Jerry,
Even my parents.
How do you keep up with your loads of friends then?
They go
How
call
do
you
No,
now.
not like I have loads of friends, but just I have friends for different purposes. That's what I'm
different
trying to say. For
purposes.
different
Okay,
purposes.
okay, that
right.
works.
So my parents, I find it very hard. If I tell you that I haven't called my mom for the past 1 month, you won't believe it.
One
But I
month?
just believe it's. My mom understands that this is Jerry. Sometimes she will tell me, my son, be calling me now. Call me. I want to be hearing your voice. And that's what she does. Every Sunday she will call. So because I know she will call me every Sunday, she
Allow it happen now.
she go call me.
She go call
That's
me.
what too. So for my friend, like my best friend, he knows that I'm busy.
Okay.
Even for me, Seb, I'm busy. Even him, I know he's busy. And for heaven's sake, this is adulthood. Everybody has got so many things on their table that they are dealing with. So many things
So
they are
many
dealing
things.
with. Some people are going through a lot. Everybody's going through a lot.
Some are
Some are
coming-
in a lot.
some are coming from a lot.
Some are coming from a lot. You understand? So I don't see reasons why I have to start, calling my friend all the time or bugging him with messages. And there was a day my best friend called me and was like, guy, I didn't know he was recording it. It was like, guy, I love you. And I'm like, man, what's going on? Are you in trouble? What's happening? But he was just wanting to just do it because he feels like he hasn't spoken to me for a while. Do you understand? So I feel for me, what works for me is I just understand that everybody is busy. In fact, my secondary school friends, how many of them do you still have on your list? How many of them do you still talk to? Everybody is busy because we are all
Everybody's busy,
adults now.
yeah.
Tomorrow now, I want to be in a situation by tomorrow. I'm hearing that, my friend is now the president of one. You understand? Or the governor of one.
I know
Do
him.
you
We're waiting
understand?
for
Yeah.
secondary school together.
No, because but not now everybody's still, trying to patch. Everybody's still trying to like hustle and make things right. So there's a lot of time spent into hustling or into making their own lives better. So let me give them that space. Let me give them that time to do whatever thing they are doing. Even me myself, I need that time. I need that space. My friend is calling me every day. God, they walk. It's going to be boring.
Okay.
So that's how I do it for me. That's just for me.
I agree with you on that calling thing. Yeah, if I call you, the chances that I need something might be very high because I text people. I don't mind texting. If you text me, I'll respond to you, even if it's to take 24 hours.
So you only call when you need something.
Kind of.
Can you officially call him a bad friend?
It's a bad
No, but when I say I need something, it's usually like, advice or like emotional support, something like that, So, but if you call me, for sure, I'm happy to pick your call. I will not waste time. But like, just calling somebody.
The thought of calling someone does not come on
Man,
sense,
it feels-
except you need help.
In fact, even when I think of it, I'm like, oh, this sounds so stressful.
It is.
Maybe
man.
I should make a snack to prepare for this call I'm about to
for,
make.
for me, sometimes I'm even wondering, what are we going to be talking about all the time? Why am I calling you? You're not a woman. Oh, okay, for my friend. I'm married, for heaven's sake. If that's the case, okay, if I'm chasing you, I'm not. So what am I going to be calling you all the time to talk to you about? Except I want to start telling you, okay, guy, there's this business. Can we just do it together? Even my own friend, my best friend, the day we sit down to talk, man, we speak for hours. So it's almost like we're catching up from where we've stopped. Like, okay, what's up? What have you done in the past days or weeks or months that we haven't spoken together? I don't even understand. So for me, I feel it's adulthood, for heaven's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
We are not kids
When it's
anymore. That
every
will
day,
start.
the calls are like overly saturated. There's not much information being passed when you're talking to the same person every day. Like, what are you talking
Not
about?
necessarily every day, like once a week.
Like weekly or at
Weekly.
least
So
bi-weekly.
if we are friends, for instance, and then I call you this week to ask you, oh, what's up? Okay, what do you think the conversation is going to be like? Hey, how are you? How was what
No,
today?
to be sincere.
No,
those
let's do it. You
conversations-
said
no,
every
that's
week.
what I'm saying.
So let's do it.
Now,
All right, so I'm calling you. Hello, what's up, Daniella? How you
Oh,
doing?
I'm good. Have you been?
I'm good, man.
How's the kids?
Man,
How's family?
fine.
How's
Family's-
work?
family's good.
Guy, do you know about this gist? That's literally how it comes. You like literally
What
bring out
gist?
gist.
Which
It's
gist?
literally-
Are you
telling me every week you'll be having
Yeah.
gist?
No, there's always
That's almost
yes.
gossiping now. What are we gossiping about? That's when we are adults.
And you gossip now.
What are we gossiping about?
That's literally like,
they
you don't be
gossip
like,
now.
something happened at work. Don't know.
For heaven's sake, I'm talking about my best friend. Yeah, we don't. That's what.
No, it's just
we're
like
not spending that time.
It doesn't
talking
really
about-
have to be
about
Maybe for you,
Daniella.
Sha,
For her.
I don't know, but for me,
Maybe I'm just talking about myself.
maybe
Yeah,
it's
true,
good
for the
with
girls.
ladies,
Very
but for
possible.
guys,
Yes.
it's quite.
Like we just
Yeah,
start, we
because-
just start where you stop.
Because
Like
as my
like,
friend, you
how
have to
you
know
been?
everybody in my
Every single
workplace.
thing.
You have to, even if
there's
it's not,
someone
it's not, you don't know. Once I call the person's name, you should know the person.
Not like, is it that person
Yes,
that
of course.
did this,
I'm
this,
like,
this,
so
this?
person did this.
Okay.
Once we meet and you see the person, say, yes, that's the person. That's the person. It's okay.
Like, how else will you know? How else?
No, I'll drop you text. Like, you need to know.
Well, I don't know. It works for you guys, Sha, but I feel.
Maybe it's a different case for men
You start-
actually,
you
because you
literally
guys
start
don't
where
even
you
like.
stop.
You guys don't even.
I call
Mostly
you.
men, they kind of like just sit down and play football or something. Like
Not necessarily, Daniella.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily. If I call you now, I'll just need a short summary of everything you've been doing for the past.
If I straight to the
Like,
point,
be like, how about
how's
your babe
day?
now?
Fine.
How about your babe? What's happening between two of
Yeah,
you?
but start going beyond Omo. You know that guy with the
You know
mouth
that
is
guy?
ready. Omo, we don't talk woman. No?
Like worst case, if it's something I need to tell you, I'll probably just text you. Like if it's not something, I'll just text you and be like, oh, this is what's happening. Oh. But aside that, over call, maybe like once in 2 weeks, man. I'm like,
So when you tell your friends stuff that happen in the office, do you expect them to do something about it? Or
Yes, now.
just
They'll
know?
not be like, I for real.
Now our
They'll not be
women,
like,
God.
that's what you're meant to do. They'll not give you like one ginger. Like, yes. Don't take any nonsense from anybody. Yes,
But
also
wait,
copy of another,
is that strictly when you're discussing with a woman like you, or you do the same with guys?
So I think for my male friends, I also have like random gist as well. Like basically,
And it's every week.
so it's not. No, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
You can't understand
The men, it's actually not that frequent. But it's women. Like, I literally have like.
So it's
more
a
frequent.
woman thing,
So,
please.
it's a woman thing, not a woman
Oh,
thing.
it has to be. It has to be. It
I
has to
just feel
be.
it's everybody's thing.
Why am I calling my
My
honey
opinion.
every
It can't
day?
be. It can't-
Every day,
it
every
can't
week.
be.
Like
What you just said now bring me to another question. I have another question for you. What if you like the person, you want the person to be your friend, but you people have different interests? The person is not interested in playing games.
or anything.
But but you like the person, you see the person that, oh, this person is good. How do you keep friendship with that person?
That's a very tough question. Well, for me, if I feel like I'm trying harder to be your friend than you are trying to be my friend, like I just dissociate. Like it happens that fast. If I feel like I'm famsing you, I'll just take my huge step back. But if we're both putting in the work, like, oh, let's do something together. Let's go somewhere. Let's, I don't know, have lunch or something. If I feel like, you are returning the same energy to me, eventually we'll find common ground.
So we have to agree to be
We
friends.
have to agree to be friends. It's not.
we
It
can be
can't be
friends.
one-sided. If not, it'll be one-sided.
True, though.
My best friend, there were certain things that I saw in him that made me feel like, okay, I need to call him. In fact, we've gone beyond best friends. I see him as my brother, because when I was planning my marriage, he was also planning his own, you understand? So it was almost like, guy, let's just do this thing. We don't reach this stage.
Let's
do you
get
understand?
married
So
together.
those are the kind of conversations. So for him, when we started being friends at first, it was more of him coming home. Then he was pretty funny though. He would come home and gather our phones, then they were bad, then he would take them to go and fix them and repair. So what made us friends was, there was a day he came home, picked about 6 different phones to go and repair, and he didn't come back. He thought I was going to come back like the next week, and he ended up saying like 2 months, 3 months, so he didn't come back. So the day he came, I was like, guy, you carry phone loss. I've been waiting. What happened? So we started like that. Now, my best friend, he likes drinking a lot. Do I want to keep him as a friend? Yes. Do we have something I know I'm going to benefit from him? Yes. Do I drink that much the way he likes to drink? No. Do I have to drink so that we could become friends? I had to try.
Okay.
I had to try. Why? Because I felt like there was more to just the drinking. The drinking is not going to be every day, for heaven's sake. The drinking is just going to be just this part. But there's more to this guy that I was going to learn. In fact, funny enough, my video editing skill, my photography skill that I've got today, I learned these things from him.
Wow.
He's one person that he's got this motivation. I don't know where he gets this energy from. If this guy was to be in UK by now, I won't be doing my photography in my house. I'll be doing it probably like in a shop, because he's that kind of a person. And that's what I saw in him. And I felt like I need to, learn these things. I need to understand these things. So seeing the part where he drinks, funny enough, he likes women.
Oh.
But seeing those parts, they were in my concern.
Jerry.
No,
you
don't
didn't
go
learn
into those
that
areas.
part. You did not learn that part.
No, I did not learn that part.
Not small.
Even the drinking, I did not learn the drinking, but it's just that I know I needed to do it to be friends with this guy. It's almost like saying a Yahoo boy, somebody who wants to go and learn. Sorry, I'm going to be using this example, but someone who wants to go and learn the Yahoo somewhere, HK they call it, right? And you go there, you have to. Did you say no idea? You go there. There are so many things you do
Start
it
drinking and smoking
because you feel like. Do you think every artist that sings right now, they all like having tattoos or smoking weed or doing those things? Sometimes they do it why? Because of the fans. So the fans at that time is their friend, but they have to just do it because they need something from these people. I don't know if you understand. So for me, those are the things I saw, and I didn't look at them to like, okay. But I'm not saying that they're not friends, that the energy is not just there. When they come, like they come with a different vibes, and I was like, nah. I'm not going to be this kind of person. I don't want to be this kind of person. They are friends like that. But of course, if there's something I want to learn or get from this person, fine, why not? I'll be your friend, but I won't go and rob.
Okay, Jerry, what you're trying to say, what I understand from what you're trying to say,
don't go and imprison me.
It's okay to pick up some habits from that friend.
Some bad habits.
To make bad habits, yes. From that friend.
For me, that's what
to
I did.
make them feel comfortable around you.
Because I don't think I'll be able to learn these things I've got, my skills I've got right now, if I had chased him away because I noticed that he's drinking.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
That makes sense.
Because now I'm making money from this. He's making money back in Nigeria from it also. Do you understand? So
true.
These are the things. So if there's nothing I'm going to benefit from you, or more Otilo, I'll run.
Is it not possible for you to still stick around, learn this thing, and still be that person's friend, apart from adjusting to some of his habits, taking up some of his habits?
So this was the things I was doing. 2017 or 18 there, about it was Christmas, and then we went out to drink. It was funny. My guy David likes competition, and then we got a bottle of Origin, the big bottle. He likes competition. He drinks. He likes competition.
Origin, as in the bitter one.
Yeah, the bitter one. Origin bitter. And it was like, guy, movie.
Down.
And funny enough, we just finished eating. In fact, we're eating and taking shots. But will I look at those things and say, because I've learned so much from this guy, for heaven's sake.
So you have to drink with him.
I did it. We got drunk, we got messy, we did all the stuff that we don't wanted to do. And the next day we all moved on. But I'm not going to say if he was a thief or if he was robbing and stuff like that, I will go and join him to do that. Because of course the other bad part of him that I still didn't pick. But because I know I still want to be friends, there were certain things I feel
that you
like,
had the ability that you could just
do. And then make this guy feel
who
more
you are.
comfortable with me.
Okay. Do you
Don't
think that
imprison
should
me.
be the standard?
No, I'm not saying it's the standard, but that's
Should
what
that
I did.
be the-
I don't have
the
any best
standard?
friend. He's the only
No.
friend I've got, my best friend.
What I'm trying to figure out from that is that, okay, you guys got drunk. So what if something really terrible happened that night, right? And, would you consider him a bad influence on your life then? If something bad happened,
I won't
whilst you
consider
were
him a
drunk?
bad influence because we both agreed to do this. So
Right.
I
But
won't
you
say
wouldn't have
because
done
he
it
did.
if not for him.
True, I wouldn't have done it if not for him. But there are certain things I know I did that still helped him, you understand? So sometimes he's like, guy, mo go drink. I'm like, guy.
Daniella.
Once you have enough.
So that's it. He knows that, okay, if I want to drink, I will join him to drink. But at that moment, I don't want to drink. I can also influence him not to even drink.
Drink,
My
'cause
guy
he'll be
not
like,
drink. Mo just
I've
chill.
lost vibe.
Do you understand? So he knows that, okay, Jerry has been able to compromise certain things just to make him happy. So him too, we do the same thing. It's gonna be vice versa. Abi? No, I'm saying supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
for me. I'm not saying that's the standard. I'm not saying that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Universally accepted by everybody. But for me, and that's how we've been friends for how many years now, and we are still moving on.
Okay. Daniela, the way you were looking at him, it's like you have a lot
No,
of
because
things to say.
yeah. So basically, in that, I think I've had a bit of experience in that, like changing a bit just to make someone not feel too bad. Like, I don't know, because when people see me, they kind of feel like, oh, I'm good, and then they're I would
she's
say
bad.
impure, like, or something like. So they basically would not like to tell me some things that are going on in their life because they feel that I would not understand. So at a point, I did things that I felt that weren't too bad, but like, I mean, it was bad for me, but it wasn't too bad, so that they feel, and then I'll let them know. So
Give
that
us an example, Daniela. What did you do? What did you do?
Okay, so basically, I don't really like clubbing. I don't find fun because I don't know how to dance, and yeah. So basically, on a normal basis, I wouldn't go to a club. Well, because I wanted them to not feel like I was too good, I actually went to a club, and I had fun. I forced myself to have fun, even
fun.
though like I didn't sincerely have. It wasn't like my normal place to get.
Okay.
So I'd rather have like a house party where I have fun than go to like a club. It doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. I think it's just because it's a club. That's why it's like,
And the
but
floor is sticky. The floor is always sticky.
so basically, I did that, and it really helped because so this particular friend was really going through a lot, and I couldn't really get to her because she felt that I wouldn't understand. And when she started saying, like, when I went to the club and I was having fun and I was drinking as well, it was like, oh, okay, so she's not that off. Like, she wouldn't judge me for these things that I'm doing. So, yeah, but again, I'm not saying that that's the standard. I'm just saying that there's some certain people that you would actually want to take risks for. There are certain people that you actually do what you're not meant to do normally. But don't go beyond what you're meant to do. Don't go and steal for someone or kill for someone.
So where do we draw the line then?
Draw the line where you do.
You draw the line where you draw the line.
Because what you're saying,
Somebody can just go and be like, okay, I want to be this person's friend, so you're going to the club. Oh, let's go. You're okay, you smoke. Okay, let's do it. Alcohol, let's party. I
feel like everybody should have their own threshold. You should have your own boundary.
Exactly.
Like, you should know what is a no-no for you. Like, if anybody tell me today to go and take tattoo, I would do it. Like, because it's already a no-no. Like, piercing, yes, I can. Which I think this is my last one. But like, tattoos, I feel that's a no. I've already said that. I don't think it's anybody, no matter how much I want to be your friend, I want you in my life, I don't think I can ever have a tattoo for someone, except I change my mind later. But at this moment, that's a no. So you basically have like a
you're going to judge me.
I'm not going to judge you.
I've not even gotten that. I feel judged already.
No, I'm just saying, for me, like I think it's more of the medical side that I'm kind of like scared of, like cancer, because of what I've heard.
So it means if you are convinced that cancer is not going to happen to you.
Oh no, I don't want to be disowned by my parents as well.
Yeah, you started with that one. That's like the problem.
Because this person alone was already something for them. They're like,
may your daddy not catch you.
So basically, I was willing to do those things for them, just to be able to let them know that, okay, just like you, I make mistakes, I do things, so you can actually trust me with your mistakes, and I can actually help you. So that's what I did. And although we're already friends, so I don't know if I would do that for someone I'm trying to be friends with, except I really feel like, okay, I need to be in this person's life, I need this person to be in my life, then maybe I would be willing to do some certain things. But again, I already have like things that I can never do. Right, that like it's a no. Like, no matter who you are, I wouldn't do it. So I already have my boundaries on that. And so there's some things that there's like the boundary is not that clear. It's more like I wouldn't want to, but can I? Yeah, it's not going to. So the effect or the disadvantage, negativity is not going to be that much on me. Can I? I won't be addicted to it. So again, I can't do it.
Okay, like I asked Jerry, do you think that's the best way you could get to that person?
So sometimes. Maybe that was not the best way, but to me at that moment, that is the best thing. That was the best way that I felt that I could, because it was more of the person just seeing me as someone that wouldn't understand. And I didn't have any personal story or anything to make the person know that, okay, I'm just like you. So I think the best way I had to do is just to prove that, okay, I could be, but it's not a bad thing, but I could be in that way. I could actually enjoy the things that you enjoy, and I could be there for you because this is what you want to do to have fun. So I'm going to be there because it's for you. Would I do it for my own self? Like, if I want to have my birthday, would I go to a club? No. But if it's what you're doing to celebrate your birthday, I will be there for you and I will celebrate you. And then after that, I'll go and say, God, thank you for living me.
Well, thank God you had fun in that club. Moving on. As adults, how do we make friends? How do we make new friends? Because it's not easy. It has not been easy for me, and I know some of our viewers who want to know how to make new friends, especially now that everybody is moving to other countries for greener pasture. You're just alone and you want to mingle, you want to make new friends. Although you have friends you call back at home, but you want to make physical friends, the one you see.
Friends in your location as well.
For emotional support and all that. So how do we make new friends as adults?
As adult, I feel it's hard It's really hard because as adults, you've come to understand your boundaries. You've come to understand your likes and dislikes. As adults, you've come to understand that you have a vision. You're heading somewhere. As adults, you've also come to understand you're no longer a baby. You're no longer
That you're
a
fine to
child.
be alone.
You understand. So
Yeah.
where you're going to is at least it's more defined than where you're coming from. You understand. So I feel it's pretty much hard. So making friends, it's almost like if you haven't got them before. I was watching a video where someone said the best way to have made friends is if you had followed up with your childhood friends from beginning. If you had seen vision in them, if you had seen that, oh, this thing is not just going to be on this basis, because right now everybody who come close to you is either wanting something from you or just a few persons who actually want to push you forward. Take for instance me wanting to become friends with Otodela as at now. Do you think Otodela wants me as a friend?
What do you have to offer him?
What do I have to offer? You understand?
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard. Even though I really want to be Otodela, I want to be like him, I want to be friends with him. Man is not wanting to be friends with me because looking at me, what have I got to offer? Even if I've got something to offer, have I got the time to talk to him and meet him to, let him understand? So making friends as at now is pretty hard. But what I'll say is, if you want to make friends, try to define your friendship. What do you want to make out from someone? What do you want to gain from someone? Because trust me, everybody who comes around you right now, mostly when you are at this stage, will want something from you. The same thing applies to you wanting to be friends with somebody who's higher. You understand? Because you want something from them. So it's quite hard. So define your friendship. Define what you want to achieve from this person. If this person is not on the same road with you, do not waste that time. Because right now, time is precious. You are already an adult. You're already looking out to probably get married, make money. You understand? Have a better life for yourself.
Yeah.
So these things, if you have these things as a goal, then you should get somebody who's on that same path with you. So like my friend, and when I called my friend to tell him, man, I want to get married, I think it's time for us. He quickly saw the vision. I was like, yes, man, it's time for us to actually do this thing. Let's hang boots, smoke them off for streets. Nothing they have for streets.
Yeah, he agreed because probably he has someone that he wants to marry. What if he was not having anybody?
You want to tell me at that time, at that age?
What if you love the game? It's the game.
Raphael, what's the game?
The game is the game.
The game is the
You feel me, Abi?
So define your friendship. If they are not on the same road with you, if they haven't got the same vision, trust me, leave them. Go for someone who you know has got that vision, has got that, is on that same level with you, on that same IQ with you. So yeah, that's it for me.
So basically, if we meet and then we are vibing and then it's like good vibes, like really, I'm like really enjoying being like talking to you. Of course, me too. I would actually like to talk to you again, right? But I feel that sometimes it's one person that actually enjoys the conversation and the other person is trying to end it.
Exactly.
And it's more like the other person doesn't understand that I'm trying to get out of I'm trying to stop talking to you. But in the situation where it's mutual, I think, they both have to kind of like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about
work
the
it out.
one-sided thing.
Yeah, but when it's one-sided, sometimes one-sided is not bad, though. I have personal experience with one-sided.
He's
you
a
have
boy, I
farmed-
know.
You have farmed people before.
So basically, growing up, I didn't have friends. So I kind of I didn't like that lifestyle in uni, and I decided that I needed to have friends. Right, I needed to have friends. So I had to put in the effort because I was the one that don't have friends now. Everybody had friends. Everybody knew anybody. So it was more like I would come and meet people. I'd just be like, hi, do you get what I decided to do was to do things for them. Or be somewhat impactful, so that they will need me. Do you get? Because I don't have anything to offer. So I don't have friends. I need to have friends. So how do I have friends? I need you to see me as someone that's valuable, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I started doing things I'm pretty smart, so it's most likely in academics and stuff like that. So I help them out and whatever. I think that was my own trade, and it also made me to enjoy a lot of rubbish because there was a lot of see finish. But again, it was more like I needed. But now that I understand that, okay, I'm good enough to be friends with, because I think that time I didn't feel like people wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
But now I'm more confident that people actually come to meet me and be like, oh yeah, this, and I'm like, oh, is that me now? Is that me that people are talking to? Yeah. But yeah, so I think starting out, because I really needed it, I could enjoy a lot of things. Because I was the one that, like, I needed to be saved. I needed to have friends. Like, how will I be sick and nobody's there worrying that, oh, I'm not okay?
Yeah.
So I could do it. I needed to put the effort. And I feel that if you are the one that you move to a new country, you're the one that needs to, like, every other person is settled. They don't need you in their life. You are the one that needs them. So you have to put it in the work. So if you move into a new country or you basically have like a new job, you most likely have to be the one to put in the effort, meet people, kind of find common ground. And I feel that chatting does not necessarily, like, because what you guys want to chat about is more of, oh, okay, there's this comedy event, would you like to go for? You have to actually leave your house or do something together. That's how you build friendship. It's not by chatting or calling. I don't know. I don't think that, especially when it's this friendship is starting, you actually have to do
build
activities.
common ground. You need to find one thing that two of you are interested in.
Moving on, have you had a friend with benefits? Have you ever had a friend with benefits?
We should be friend with benefits.
Explain.
Elaborate.
What does it mean?
Best benefit. I don't understand.
I mean, somebody wanting to be friends with you because of what they can get from you. And have you ever been a friend with benefits to someone, like trying to gain something from the person, then you became friends with that person?
For me, I've been friends with benefits with someone. Why am I using the words? It sounds very.
Somehow.
It sounds very. Okay, so I made friends with a guy.
Okay.
Thank God it's not a woman. So I made friends with the guy because I wanted to get something from him. And basically it wasn't because he wanted me to be friends with him though, but I never wanted to be friends with him rather than just because I wanted a job from him. It wasn't too bad. It was quite easy because I had to do everything I know I could do to just be friends with this guy because I wanted that job. So it was almost like I was slying him at some point, trying to use him as a way of getting into working for one of his companies. Not his, but where he was working.
That guy, I hope you're not feeling used right now.
Thank God I didn't mention his name, so he won't know. But we don't talk anymore. And it was that bad that when I got into the job, he was kicked out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Wow.
because
Ouch.
yeah.
You did better.
Apologies.
You basically stole his job.
So
Did you steal his job?
that was I said friends benefit. That was the reason. That was the aim. So it was quite bad.
For you to
but
steal his job.
I knew I had more skills. He was earning more. I knew I had more skills. And I knew where he was working, I could, get that job. And I didn't know they would throw him out anyway. So I felt I was just going to be like an assistant to him in the office. But when I got in, I then discovered that, they were all like, Jerry, every time, Jerry, come and do this. Jerry, you can do this one. I know, I've seen you. So at some point, I felt like he was so cold because no one was reaching out to him to do things, to get things done, you understand? So they were all coming for him. And one day I just got to the office and I heard that he was asked to leave because it was no longer relevant to them. I felt really bad though. And I couldn't reach out to him till today. So I don't know if he's still alive. I believe he's alive.
Why did you get so dark?
I believe he's alive, but apologies. And I know God has forgiven me anyway.
Beware of friends like this.
Run
away from friends like this.
So let's hear from Daniella.
Daniella.
So I haven't been friends with benefits or stuff like that. But I feel that at the end of the day, with all your friends, the reason why you're friends with them is because it's beneficial. Yeah. May not necessarily be the only reason why you're friends with them. But if someone is not valuable to you, why are you friends with them? Like, what exactly is their importance to you? You have to see something in them that you admire or you would like to have that in your life. That's why they're friends. Most of my friends are kind of like a bit different from me in certain areas because I admire things in them, and I feel that if I'm closer to them, I'm able to be like that. Because they say, show you be a friend, I'll tell you who you are. To some certain extent. So I just admire, this person is very jovial. I want to be like that. Then I would want to be friends with you. So in as much as I'm friends with people because of what I see in them, I'm not just going to use them like Jerry did. Take them away from them.
Jerry, that was cold, man. That was cold. That was cold, man.
Not my fault.
And so I feel that if I don't see any reason for me to be friends with you, I wouldn't be the one to put an effort to it. So yeah, I do believe that you can be friends with someone, but that shouldn't be the only reason. But again, people like that exist. They will use you for what they can get, and when they're done, they'll throw you away.
Kick it
So
to the
beware
curb.
of the Jerrys in this world, guys.
Like we've been saying before, you have to just have a mutual ground. On there should be a reason why you want to be friends with this person. If this is this person adding to you, or this person is taking out from you. But if I want to be friends with Dangote, I'm taking out from him. I want to ask a question, please. And the question I want to ask is this: is it actually bad if you make friends with people you actually want to benefit from? Because at the later end, if we're using an instance like, if the person is not adding to you, cut off. And I want to be on this level, right? So my IQ, my idea, my thoughts is, I need to be friends with people who are on that level. Do you understand?
Yes.
So is it now a bad thing if I become friends with that person and I'm not adding something? Rather, because I want to be on that level with that person, I want to learn whatever thing the person is doing.
Yes.
Is it now a bad thing for me, or does that make me a bad friend?
What I believe is that no matter what, like no matter how high up you think someone is, I feel that there's a way you can be influential. Sometimes if they're high up, they might be lonely, they may not really have people to talk to. You could actually help in that. Like in the whole saying that when you go to an African home, you don't go empty-handed. You can actually just go with, even though it's a banana, and it's fine. Do you get? It's just about you saying, okay, so this is who this person is. Yeah. What can I do? What can I be beneficial in? So that person will not be anytime. So that when they see your call, they'll not be like, this person just was calling me just for true. So that they will not see you as an irritation or someone that they don't want to associate with. It's just about you finding something. Okay. This person maybe is the tire of the car spoils. Like even though the person can do it, it's all about okay. I know that you're doing this thing, but I just want to show you that I can be there for you as well.
Yeah. So in conclusion, since we've never had bad experiences with friends, okay, what are those things that people should look out for in friendships? They'll be like, this thing is a red flag.
Red flag.
Well, it's plenty if you ask me. I feel it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
Right. So what I like, for me, they are the things I would look out for. They're not the things she's going to be looking out for a friend. Do you understand? Yeah. For me, I might be looking out for a friend who's got like an AK-47. But I'm just giving an example. But she's not looking out for that. Do you understand? So it boils down to the individual. For me, I feel you should define your friendship. What do you want from this person that wants to be your friend? What do you see productivity in this person? I was watching a video where the guy said, if we all had seen visions in our friends when we were still very much little, we won't struggle to make friends right now because we'll stick to them. And trust me, some of them are actually probably doing better wherever they are. So if we had all seen vision in that friendship we had that just happened originally without you forcing it through, you understand? Yeah. Probably would have all been much more easier. Like the video we say, we what's the word? What's that word? We rise by lifting others. So for me, I feel define your friendship. Look at the person. What do you like this person? Do you think you can cope with this person? Do you think the person has got what you need to be better in your life? Because if the person is not adding to you, the person is subtracting from you, and is not adding more, even when you know you want to still strive to be better, I feel you should just no, let it go, cut it.
Okay.
Well, in that note, you know that you have friends for everything. Like, you don't necessarily have to have friends that are making your life better, like advancing you in your progress.
They should make them worse.
Yes.
What I mean is that, like, you can have friends for, like, I'll break it down: career advancement, friends for like chilling, friends for like church friends, like. Or I just want to hang friends. You get, like, basically, if you have friends in that category, I think it's way better. If you are lucky, you can have one person that is everything, which is really awesome. But don't trust one person.
It's the person closest to you that can hurt you the most.
True.
That's one thing. Well, I agree with that, with, categorizing everyone.
Yeah, just having different levels.
That's where like code switching comes in, where you're a different person with different people.
Yeah.
It's that's just how it is. I would say that, like, it's, how do I explain this now? You need to make common ground with different people. Don't mix groups. Like,
you can mix too.
Don't
like
mix
me,
groups,
I mix groups. Like, I love my friends knowing each other. I really love when I'm able to bring like a whole company. Because if I want to do my birthday, would I now say, I'm celebrating with this set of people today, tomorrow with this set? Like, yes. I really want you guys to be able to vibe when we're having an event. And I like low-key introducing my friends to one another without an event. Like, let's say we are going out and I'll just bring one person from here to meet. So if I'm having like my birthday dinner or something, I don't want everybody to be like, they'll not be in their different cliques. You get? And nobody, like, I would want everybody to kind of like have an idea of another person.
The other person,
So it's more chilled. That way I don't need to be the one doing the talking. Like, I don't have to be there for everybody because I trust that they have people that they're talking to, so they're having fun as well.
Right.
So I feel that don't take his advice and
Take my
separate
advice.
them. But you could mix your friends. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Daniela, I've had a situation whereby I brought friends together and I was kicked out of the friends. So
You were kicked out. Whoa.
Kick out of the
They were good friends, became good friends. Then
So you became the odd person.
You became the odd one
I was the
out.
one that brought you guys together.
It didn't happen. That
Oh,
one, it didn't happen.
I feel for
Do
you.
you still
Did
think
it
that
happen?
bringing them together is actually a good idea?
Well, me personally, I do.
It's double-edged.
I do. It could turn out bad sometimes where they are more of a clique than you are. Like, they do have more things in common than you. I mean, it's horrible that it kicks you out. But what I notice is that most times they actually become closer, but you guys are still friends as well. Like, you can actually go out together. It's just that most times they hang out with
Without
each other.
you.
Yeah, without you. But kicking you out, that's that.
But it
That's
just
not
feels
good.
bad. I don't know. Because I was your friend first. What
Why
happened?
you
That's
taking
not-
that from
that's
me?
not
Why
good.
you
Friend
making
first.
me a friend first?
Regardless,
everybody.
you feel that,
Yeah, I
that
think
sense
it will
of
be
that
there,
distance will be
but-
there.
I don't know. Maybe if you have lots of friends, you will not really.
You're not feeling.
When people are like
So
doing
we
that.
should make lots of
But
friends.
again, you don't have like lots of acquaintance, and you need to know who you call your friends. It's okay to have like a billion people as your acquaintance. Like, if you call today, like, oh, let's chill, you can. But your friends are basically people that hold your dearest secrets, and then like when you're
That's the
really
scary
low,
part.
that's
Yes.
really those you call. So I do like those people being together, because when I want to celebrate, I don't just want to celebrate my acquaintance. I'm sorry. I like celebrating with my friends, and I like them knowing, because I think I really want this thing, because I want to grow with my friends. So I want, when I'm like 50, I'm still there with those set of people there, because they knew me from way back. And I feel that if I have them in different categories, it will be way harder to like bring them together. Do you know? I feel that if it's a gradual thing where I bring in them like side by side now, and then we're growing together, we are going on tours, like we are traveling together or something like that. I feel that is way easier, because I do have good friends. I think that's one thing I've been really blessed with. So I do have good friends, and I do want my friends to have good friends around them as well. I don't want to be the only
Good friend.
good friend in their life.
Okay.
So yeah, I do like them to meet each other, so that again, if I'm not available, you can actually have. I know that there's someone else that can be there for you when I'm not in that kind of situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm sorry, we'll have to come to a conclusion. I know I said in conclusion
In
before.
conclusion.
This is not the final conclusion.
Conclusion.
No other conclusion. This is the last conclusion. So, what are those little things that we should do to make our friendship stronger? As adults, we know everybody is busy, but what are those things that you do intentionally to make our friendship stronger?
Number one, say sacrifice.
But sacrifice is not little though. It's a little thing.
Did you say little things?
Yeah, little things.
Little
you can do.
things, just little things to
Buy
spice
drink
up.
now.
So I feel that giving gifts, it doesn't necessarily need to be like something big. It can just be, oh, let's say they have like a milestone that they've achieved, and you can just, give them candle. I don't know, like scented candle. That's what I feel. Like, you can give them something basic,
Something thoughtful
cute,
that doesn't have
something
to be
thoughtful, something that
expensive.
you know that this person really likes. Like, I have a friend that loves teddy bears. Like, that could be like this, and it's cheap as well. So I could just give that, and I'll be like, oh, you've done so well done this.
How
Or
many,
like
how many
random-
teddy bear you want to buy for the friend?
it's something small, or you could just randomly, like, especially if you guys don't talk in a while, you could just randomly call and be like, I was just thinking about you, have you been, like, what's going on, like, just check-ins. If they start something, like if they own a business or something, or they're doing something, be supportive. If they're trying to be content creators, like their pictures, like, just show that I'm there and I'm rooting for you. Like, blow their horn. If there are opportunities that your friend qualifies for, please refer them. Don't be a wicked person, because you said you cannot do it. So why are you not telling them about it? Like, don't be holding those kind of information.
Yeah.
So it's just about it's just about showing that you care.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily need to be a lot. It's just about showing that you are my friend and I really care about you and I'm there for you. So it's that's what I believe. Like, just doing little things like calling. and stuff like
And
that.
I think to add to what you've said, I think I will also say tell them.
That you love them,
Yeah.
especially men.
Yikes.
No, tell them, call your guy, tell him, guy, you be my friend, bro. I got you, okay?
Yeah.
Do you know, it goes
I
a
don't
long
use
way.
the word "I love you."
No, I don't want to use the word. I love you.
You can say much love, bro.
I love
much
you.
love.
You know,
I
tell
love
them,
you.
let them know that, yeah, man,
yeah,
I've
you
got you,
can.
okay? No matter how what. I know, say, money never did now, but you're still my friend.
Like
okay?
Johnny
Johnny
Drill
Drills.
song.
Yeah, you understand? So definitely they know that when everywhere goes to you, you
That's
definitely
But you can't
remember
tell your
them.
friend you
Collect.
love them.
You said?
You can't tell your friend you love them.
I can't tell my friends I love them.
Much love, bro.
But I
Much
feel
love.
it sounds weird though. Like my guy as a guy, I love you. You know people come as
See, go hooky for tongue. I beg.
But yeah, let them know that you have them in mind and that you care for them, even though you don't have things to show for it yet. But yeah, letting them know the time will always
How you feel about them
Exactly.
once in a while. I think
Always
that's a
put
very
that in the
thoughtful
head.
thing.
For
to do.
me, for me,
Yes.
I'd say spend time with them.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be every day at calling them, but like the one time you call them, how long do your calls last? What do you talk about? What value do you have in those calls? You know, spend time with them. If they are near you, say, "Oh, we need to hang out every month. When am I going to see you? When am I going to come and
Monthly
visit you?
hangout.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
chop
You know,
rice.
you don't have to spend money. Like, let's just do something. Let me see you. You get what I mean? So spend time with your friends. That's just it.
Because truthfully, if you care about someone, you spend time with them. Like
Yeah, true.
some sort of
It's
time.
natural,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm calling you every time, I'm like, when would they see now? When would they see?
And you're like,
And
later,
you're
later,
like,
later, later. That later, you will never see it too, because you
never
won't see me
come. Like,
again.
I would literally just give up and be like, this
Yeah.
person doesn't
care about me as much
like,
as I
doesn't
do.
care. So it could be anything, you know.
This conclusion is making me feel emotional, but sorry, I won't cry. We've come to the end of another interesting episode of Freedom of Speech. The episode has been entertaining, interesting, and educative. So watch our videos, like, comment, share, subscribe to our channel, click on the notification bell to get notification anytime we drop a new video. See you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.